everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore Me, TikTok Bubbles Galore Me as well, and on my website at bubblesgalorem3.com. See you guys soon.
One of three. Yeah, you got clothing brand, all that.
Clothing brand, mental health community. I just started doing photography or whatnot. So
Well, you get bored in the house, huh?
yeah,
okay.
super bored. So I gotta do something. Stretch myself way too thin, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like I'm overwhelmed or whatnot. I'm a mental health advocate, so you know, yeah, let's do it.
Listen. This has been where we at? We right here. All right. Hey, everybody. This is another episode of the VIB3Z podcast, man. It's your boy, Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo. We're going to say all things major. We got a man who, don't worry about that phone in the back. We got a man who kind of got our name, but got his own thing going on. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. Go ahead, bravo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? SHAWN here, originally from Queens, New York. Founder and CEO of VIB3Z, House of Vibes.
Hey, listen. So, brother, you have been making waves. I've known about you for about a year and some change now. What is it that you're passionate about? Is it the House of Vibes? Because you were telling me it was a clothing, and then it led into that.
So honestly, what I'm passionate about is just mental health advocacy overall. So I originally started out with the clothing brand in 2019, and of course that I was just wanted to spark the interest of just having a conversation just about the problems you got going on. However, like I thought I was at that time, clothes was doing this thing. However, you want to expand, you want to grow. So I was like, all right, how can I tap into a bunch of people all at once, right? Not necessarily giving them clothes, but giving them exposure to the brand. So then that's when I thought about House of Vibes, and I'm like, all right, cool. Well, if I do like an entrepreneur event with a bunch of entrepreneurs who are either mental health advocates or doing things that's better in the community, I'm gonna bring them in. So we launched House of Vibes, so it's huge because it's for everybody.
Okay.
Right. So we have vendors, we have guest speakers, and then we also have panelists as well. And then we also have a DJ there that's playing music the whole time. So we vibing
you said we. So it's a team? You started this? How does it go?
Yes, I have a team. So honestly, I'm gonna just tell you originally how it all started.
Go ahead.
So
we got time.
I believe it was about 2017 or 2018. My man's Keith hit me and a group of our friends up because he had a clothing brand at the time that he wanted us to be a part of.
Okay.
So we like, all right, cool. We got a part of it. Things didn't work out. And then at that point, we always entrepreneurs. We had an entrepreneur mindset, and I was in SGA at the time at Delaware State University. So
what?
Yeah.
Dang.
So I tried to implement a mental health day while I was there. They didn't allow it to happen. I don't know why. But that redirected me to launch VIB3Z. Now, when I launched GVO, I was thinking like, yo, who can I bring onto my team? And then it just hit me. I'm like, yo, we got the whole squad that we had before. Come on. It was a no-brainer, So, and all of them are close friends. Keys, Dante, Limes, everybody plays a specific role. Dante, he's in charge of like the marketing team. Then we got Limes, he's like the photographer, media. Then you got Keys, where he kind of operates like hosting and so forth for like House of Vibes events.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it sounds like to me, you didn't do it the traditional way where people just start and they be like, damn, I gotta do X, Y, and Z, all of it by myself.
Yeah.
You came in it with boom, boom, boom.
Ham, yeah. But I mean, ultimately, it kind of went that way because you still gotta learn before you tell other people to do certain things. So like, I did kind of start out that way, but it was much easier because I was doing it with them.
Okay.
So like we all had our specific plays when it came to let's maybe get our LLC or something like that. One person might have did something, another person might have did something. We might have not been knowledgeable in regards to like we do this the right way, but we all messed up together and we all learned together, So
well, you say you started this for mental health, man.
Right.
As I'm gonna even say it out here, have you battled with mental health?
Yes.
Okay. When did it start?
So honestly, it was always there. I think it kind of started in like middle school.
Okay.
I think that was really the roughest years of my life because I grew up in South Jamaica, Queens. And I also grew up in a Caribbean household.
Shit.
So I'm the only one out of 6 siblings, right, who was actually born in America. So my upbringing
was different.
Was totally different.
Wait, you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, yeah. So then I'm going to school, and my friends and everybody, they got the nicest clothes. They got all the stuff. I'm wearing my brother's clothes, right? I'm wearing shirts that's all the way down to my knees. I'm wearing high top black Air Forces.
Oh, you was a
That's
demon.
I'm telling you, like, if they talk
demon.
about somebody that look like, oh, you don't mess with him. Like, I was that person, acne all over my face. I was mad, right? But honestly, I was really depressed at the time because I just knew that it was a lot better out there for many other people. You know, I wasn't jealous or anything like that. I just knew that it was a better situation for a lot of other folks. And the anxiety really started to come from I believe my sophomore year of high school. I got robbed in front of my house. So I was on my way to school that morning, and it was the only morning that my mom didn't watch me go to the bus stop. She was sick. I think they put traffic cones at the end of the block so no cars came down because it was a one way.
Right.
I'm walking to the bus stop. Door slam. I turn around. I get pistol whipped. Bow. So I know I'm on the floor, and I get on the floor. I'm like, yo, I don't. What you want? Like, I'm broke. So I'm like, either way, you get no money.
Right.
But luckily, I had $15 on me that day. That was the most money I ever went to school with. You know what I'm saying? So
Everything played a part.
Everything, yo. I had the most money. I had a BlackBerry cell phone. I was good. I was.
First of all, you had a BlackBerry.
A BlackBerry.
Boy, that's some change. What you was running a business?
No. Listen, the BlackBerry wasn't working though. I was trying to stunt. I'm telling you, I was going through it, so I was trying to stunt. So they took everything, bro. They took the $15. They took the BlackBerry. Then they ran up. Then they took the keys and ran in my crib. So they thinking that
they ran in your crib.
Ran in my crib. They thought it was. So they started asking me if I had an older brother. So my older brother was in the crib at the time.
Did they know you?
No, bro. I don't know these people from a hole in the wall, bro. So they ran to my crib. They went to my brother's room, knocked on his door. They're like, "Yo, come out." So then he's like, "Yo, who is it?" So
my robbery is
this.
I'm
telling you. So he telling my brother. He come to me. He come to me in the living room. He's like, "Yo, tell him to open the door before I shoot you." I'm like, listen. So now I don't know what's going on because my brothers, they was outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm hooping. So I really don't know what's up. So I'm like, yo, just open the door. So they say, you open the door. They start tussling and whatnot. My niece is just born, so she's in there. It was just
everybody was in the house.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's sitting there at the gunpoint the whole time. My mom's came downstairs. They telling my mom, shut the fuck up. I'm like my bad if I can't curse.
Okay, fuck it. Go.
Oh, yeah, he's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, and she got quiet. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm shook, and she keep asking like, oh, yeah, the police, da da da. Next thing you know, they told the dude that went into my brother's room to come out and like, yo, bring him out here too. So they brought my brother out to see if it was him. It wasn't him. So I got my ass whooped. I got my face kicked in with ACG boots.
Not the black joints.
Black joints, bro. Like right here. No, I'm lying because he kicked me right here because I was laying down. He kicked me. Boom.
So they was looking for somebody.
They was looking for somebody. He said somebody stole money from or stole his clothes. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. This is the most organized robbery.
Yeah, bro. Then they brought me to the precinct or whatever the case may be.
What happened to the New York shit not snitching?
Bro, I promise you, I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I didn't even see him. Because they had
keep that story,
they
brother.
They had photos
right.
of the dudes or whatnot. But the dudes had masks on. Like,
oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell it is or whatnot. But then we tell them we gotta move. But another thing, we Caribbean, so we don't got much resources to be on somebody. All right, let me sell a home, do this. So we had to stay there. So now every time I leave the crib,
paranoid.
I'm paranoid, bro. I used to play basketball at Lincoln Park.
You from New York, like shit.
Yeah, from Lincoln Park or whatnot. So we used to be hooping from sun up to sundown. So when I'm coming home, we don't really got street lights like that on my block. Right. So like the first, I'm gonna say quarter of my block is pitch black, bro. I be like walking around. I be walking in circles, making sure like, ain't nobody around me. And it's like to even live like that was kind of crazy, you know. So as time gradually went on, I decided like, I'm just gonna go to college. I'm leaving New York. I'm not coming back at all whatsoever because that's really where all my trauma.
But this happened when you was in what, 9th grade?
This happened my sophomore year.
So you kept this for years.
Yeah. So it was like maybe another 2 years. And then I went to Del State. I was there for like my whole freshman year. Then I came back to New York. I went to SUNY College out of Westbury, and then trauma started all happening again. I don't know what it is. It's just the New York air now for me. You know what I mean? Like it's just It's just a lot. I be going back just to visit everybody or whatnot, but it's just a lot of trauma there.
When you said the trauma came back when you was in college, what happened? You just felt that feeling again.
So for one, I'm in a new environment. I don't know anybody. Two, I wasn't supposed to go to college. My mom, she wanted me to go get a job. So I just knew that I didn't want to stay in New York. So that was my only way to getting out. All my friends from high school that I was hooping with, they was going to college, whether it was for hooping or for academics. So I'm like, yo, I'm leaving too.
Everybody was getting out.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm leaving too. So when I left and I went to Doe State, it was cool and all. You know, my mom's was there. Some of my friends from high school was there too. So I felt comfortable for a little bit. But now when your moms leave and everybody else leave, you know, you got your friends, but your friends is, you know, doing their own thing or whatnot. And you from New York, people looking at you or whatnot, like you want to fight. So I felt alone. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really making friends my freshman year besides my roommate at the time. I wasn't really making friends, so I felt alone. You know, things was just not on the upright. You know, it was just like, so I actually tried to commit suicide my freshman year. My grandmother passed away. And I was the only one in my family who wasn't able to make it to the funeral in Jamaica.
You was in school.
And I was in school. So and they hid it from me for like about 2 weeks.
Was you close to your grandmother?
Yeah, I was close. I was like one of her favorite grandkids. So like it was tough for me at the time. So I tried to commit suicide and I actually stopped myself from doing it at the time. And at that point, I knew I needed help. So when I went back home, I actually went to therapy, and I was like, yo, this therapist do not care about me at all. Yeah, so I was like, nah, I'm dipping. I'm not even staying here. And that was my first time actually in therapy, and it felt good to talk about the issues, you know, but it was also like still there because it wasn't like a dialogue. It was like I'm just talking to like a brick wall kind of,
Right.
you know. But ultimately, I went back to Doe State and I went to this event. It was called it was a love event called, it stands for Loving Ourselves Virtuously and Abrasively.
Okay.
So I went there, and that was the first time I actually heard other people speak about their mental health problems that they were going through. So I'm like, okay. So I stood up for the first time and actually spoke in front of a room in front of mad people, and I was like, I felt so good, and I just felt so much like weight lifted off my shoulders. Right. And then that's when I started advocating, and that's when I was like, you know, when I get to SGA, I'm gonna try to implement a mental health day. And then ended up getting into office. And that was even a struggle for me as well, because if I ain't win, I was not going back to school.
He said, "I put everything into this."
Everything, because I did 4 years. I did 4 years of school already because I transferred out and I came back. So I technically already did 4 years. So my 5th year, I ain't really had no money. Financial aid was cooked. Parent Plus loans cooked. So it's like, how am I pay to go to school? So in order for me to go to school for free, I had to win. So I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
I worked my ass off. Won. Ended up being in school for free that last year, and I had the time of my life, man. At that point, things started going up for me because I joined a fraternity at the time. I'm part of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so at that time, my resources started to open up. Right, I started getting help with getting jobs. I started having more people to talk to. I started realizing that, you know, some of my line brothers, they probably was going through worse shit than I was going through, and it kind of made me realize, like, all right, you know what, bro, like, you going through a lot, and some things you can't control, but when you understand that when you're around these people, this is good energy, this is genuine energy, it's good. And that's where the good vibes only came from, because that's how I'm able to kind of like go every single day because of the people I'm around, you know. So, and that's where the mental community came from, where House of Vibes is like, we just trying to, you know, disperse our energy amongst other people, good vibes only, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know who you around, who you can save, bro.
That's a fact. How many brothers you got?
Blood brothers or line brothers?
Blood brothers.
Blood brothers. So I have 4. I have 4 blood brothers. My oldest one on my mom's side, he passed away when I was like 2 or 3. And then my other brother on my dad's side, my only other sibling on my dad's side, he passed away in 2019. That one was hard too. He got killed in LA or whatnot. He got murdered by his own friend or whatnot. So, but alive right now, I got two blood brothers.
You were saying when that situation happened with your grandmother that you wanted to kill yourself. Before you started having those mental, personal conversations with yourself, did you talk to your brothers, talk to your mom, or you self-isolated?
I was self-isolated.
Why?
So Caribbean parents don't understand mental health. They don't.
It's not the first time I've heard this.
Yeah, they don't understand it. and it's kind of it's a disconnect. You know, when you grow up in the U.S., what you know is what you see your friends do, what you adapt to, what you see on TV. What they know is what they grew up from. My mom came to America when she was 36.
So she was an older
She was
daughter.
she was already in her ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to kind of break somebody who's already in their ways is a
It's
tad bit
hard,
different,
right.
you know. So it was tough. Like my older brother, my middle brother, shout out to him. He's one of the main person that I really speak to when I'm really like dealing with a lot, you know, because I've seen him make something out of nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see him went from getting arrested to leaving home, going to I think he went upstate to
Oh,
Job Corps, got his GED,
got right.
got right. He never came back. Never came back. So he up in Albany right now doing his thing. Like, you know what I mean? And I went to college. I got my degree. And he making more money than me.
It kind of works out
You
like
know
that,
what I'm
way,
saying?
brother.
So it's like seeing somebody like that where his work ethic is like, you know, I go to him all the time, whatever problems I got.
So right now, when we were coming in here, you were talking to your lady at the time, right?
Right, yeah.
When you going through these battles now,
Yeah.
what is it? Because I always wanted to ask people that, have mental health. Are those events that just spark the anxiety of these thoughts, or is it just happens out of nowhere?
It happens out of nowhere.
Okay.
I could feel it coming on. It's just really just how you're about to approach on how to deal with it. Right. So I'm gonna be completely transparent. Like I smoke, and I just recently just started realizing that anytime I got the urge to smoke, is my anxiety starting to kick up. It's like
You start noticing
it's
stuff about
going.
yourself.
Yeah, I start noticing stuff about myself. It started kicking up, and I'm like, damn, I don't want smoking to be something that's carrying on me for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm now practicing on cutting back on it so I can stop it overall.
Or you want to stop completely?
I want to stop completely. You know what I'm saying? I want to heal. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep running the substance or anything like that to make sure I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel good in general.
So what's your advice?
My advice is to honestly just cut back, challenge yourself. I think when you make a promise to yourself, it's something that you don't want to break.
Yes.
It's something that you don't want to break, and you have to hold yourself accountable because there's no way that you can hold anybody else in your life accountable if you're not holding yourself accountable.
And that's a fact. So knowing that you want to stop, what do you find yourself doing now? Like, what's that thing you go to now when you have anxiety? Most people, sex, liquor, weed. What is your thing?
Oh, so me in general now, I shoot. So I told you I started from my photography business. So I started that.
Could you wait a minute? Because you got like too much going on. Did you just like randomly like, oh, I'm gonna do photography, or you always had skills in photography?
I always had skills with photography. I always know what I want something to look like. I'm a creative. Like it's in my head. You know what I mean? So it's like if I could have something where I could capture the moment, I'm gonna capture it. You know, so that kind of heightens my anxiety as well. Because even with GVO, like I'm gonna be honest, we have so much shit that we ain't even drop yet. You know what I mean? I'm just being so patient. I'm not worried about, oh yeah, we've been off for 4 or 5. No, I don't care about that. I'm waiting until the right time to drop shit because the slowest tanks move the what is it? What Rick Ross say? The slowest tanks, no, the biggest tanks move the slowest in the battles. You know what I mean? I'm not rushing to go nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So we here for the long term. So I'm just waiting. So when I think about GVR, I'm like, damn, I want to drop this. I want to drop this. I want to drop this. So I see somebody drop some fire. I'm like, dang, that joint's hard. I'm like, we should drop something now. And it's like, but it's like now we gotta think about finances, all that. And now I'm thinking like, all right, cool. We're gonna pay for this. We're gonna pay for that. And my mind start going crazy, and then go right back to smoking. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
like,
what is it? What you're just saying now, though, there is good anxiety, and there is bad anxiety.
yes.
What you're saying is good anxiety. You're like,
Yes.
you get anxious in a good way.
So the anxious in a good way. So now and then also, so we take us back because you speak about my lady, right? So we're men. We've all had our experiences with women. You know what I'm saying? We had the highs, we had the lows. You get relationships with people. You got the highs, you got the lows.
Right.
And I feel like we've all endured certain types of trauma in relationships. Right. So now, like even now, I have anxiety with my girls. Like, dang, this is a good situation right now. I don't want neither one of us to mess this up. You know what I'm saying? Because this is it. You know what I mean? So it's like when you finally find a healthy situation, it's like you are now just hoping that nothing comes in between. You know what I mean? And now, like I said, you got to hold yourself accountable with a lot of things or whatnot. So yeah, you got the good and you got the bad for sure. But I usually get bad or negative anxiety when I'm usually about to go home.
It's going home
It's going
that triggers you.
Yeah, it's going home that triggers me a lot. It's definitely.
How long you been with your lady?
So we started actually dating around October, November. Well, we
2023?
No, of 2022.
Okay.
But we just officially got together in March.
How long you known her?
I met her in
October. That was the first time. Oh,
so it's so crazy, bro. Oh my god. So this is around the time where me and my ex stopped dealing with each other and whatnot, and had deleted like Facebook off my phone,
right?
All this stuff. So I ended up downloading.
So you
Facebook
took a break?
Again. Yeah, I took a break from Facebook. So downloaded Facebook. You know, sometimes when those apps they don't allow you to sign in until you sign up for their Inter app or whatever. So it had Facebook dating. So I signed up for it.
Can y'all stop with this? Why is everybody on Facebook dating?
But look though. So I went on it. I signed up for it, right?
All right.
I didn't go on there for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
I ain't going there for like 2 weeks. So I go on Facebook and I'm looking for groups. I'm looking for my group message, like the groups I'm in and stuff like that. So as I click the settings button, I see the dating thing. I have 4 notifications on this. So I go in there, I look, and I'm like, oh, there's some IE people on here or whatnot. so I see, so I'm Xing everybody. So I see her. She got a nice little Delta jacket on. I'm like,
you peeped the fit first.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. So I clicked the check button.
Yeah.
Match. I said, oh yeah.
It's over.
We had one mutual friend. We had one mutual friend at the time. And that was a lady I call Aunt Tony.
Okay.
Right? Come to find out.
Oh fuck.
Come to find out that one mutual friend, mind you, she's from Atlanta. I'm from New York.
Them Georgia girls will get you.
Well, we met each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, we met each other.
Listen, they didn't put me in the choke many of
telling
times.
You. So I meet her in DC.
Okay.
It's so crazy, right? But the one mutual friend we have is my childhood coach's wife, best friend. Like her mom and my Aunt Tony are best friends.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, this is like you can't make this
close.
up for real. It's too close. So now you got her mom's call. I'll tell you, who is this kid trying to talk to my daughter? Well, I got the pass because I'm a cool dude. Like nobody never know me.
Man, you say you Caribbean, right? Mm-hmm. There's a stigma about Caribbean men and African men. You already know. Are you? Do you fit this?
No, I'm American. I was born here. I was born here. I all the time.
Y'all controlling motherfuckers.
Nah. I wouldn't say. Well, not me.
He said, "Hey, now."
I have boundaries. I wouldn't say controlling.
Come on, brother.
Nah.
Come on, brother. Don't try to throw that little buzzword out there, brother.
I got boundaries, Lord. I don't tell my girl what she can and can't wear.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't get into that. You feel what I'm saying? Like Kiki husband, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was violent.
Listen, he was violent. But
if you look over there, look, she got some shit to say about that.
You got something to say? Look, he was violent though. He was. He should. But look though, this is my take on it, right? I feel like they didn't have a conversation. I feel like they wasn't even talking. They got something going on. Cause first of all, how you let her leave the house like that, and now you on Twitter talk about?
Yeah, he must have didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
Yeah, they didn't have the conversation. So that's my thought process. And he used the dress as a cover up because she was on Usher. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if he would have just addressed the fact like, oh, why are you doing all of that? Da 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 da. You got us at home or whatnot. He could have probably been in the lead. You know what I'm saying? But when he went after the dress, it was like, bro, you shot yourself in the foot, bro. Ain't nobody coming to save you neither.
Black women are not coming to save you.
They're not, bro.
So you say you got boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 of your hard boundaries.
2 of my hard boundaries?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't care about it. I don't. So when it comes to guy friends, like I just let it know. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got guy friends, that's cool. But once I see something off or whatnot, I'm gonna address the issue. That's one thing about me. I'm gonna address the issue.
Do you address the issue right then and there, or you let it play out?
I let it play out. Cause I gotta see what's going on.
You cerebral. Okay.
I gotta see what's going on. Mm-hmm. I can't if I see something funny going on or whatnot, like that's like crazy. no, we gonna address it right there and then. But if it's something like y'all having a conversation, y'all busting it up or what the case may be, like I ain't about to come over there and be like, oh, which I was talking about that. Like, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Because I got female friends and we had the same type of conversation. We laugh it up all the time, and I wouldn't want her to do that. You know what I mean? So that's how I move.
All right,
But
you ain't escaping these two boundaries.
Don't get me wrong though. I've had females in the past who was on something like, nah, no female friend, no none of that.
I can't get with that one, no, bro.
But
I can't.
When you in love, it's a little different.
Man,
See,
man, whatever your
see,
woman
like,
name is, don't
listen,
try to
listen,
throw
dude,
that shit.
I'm just
when
being
you
real
in
though.
love, bro.
You can't, but you don't really want to disrespect who you with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same token, like when I say you can't have female friends, like of course I see people, I say what up, I give them hugs and all
You
that
can have
stuff.
female associates.
Associates, yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
like,
my
I
old
can't-
head told me that
I
you can have
can't-
associates.
Yeah, but I can't be going to go hang out and chill and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really bad. Unless it's like a function.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So would you say you're in love right now?
for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
What is your first one?
She's not my first one, but I'm definitely shooting to make it my last for sure.
How do you know? Speaking for the men right now,
Mhm.
women want to know. How
Right.
did you know? Because everybody say for men, we always say when you know, you know.
Nah, facts. Yo, honestly, bro, it's like you can't picture what it'll look like
Right.
without that person. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It sounds cliche, but it's like it's honestly true. Like conversations is just
Different.
flows.
Mhm.
Like too much. I sometimes you
Okay,
can't put it in
giddy over this
words.
motherfucker, ain't you?
Yeah. I got all 32 out.
Yeah.
Nah, but you generally you just feel it. Like
Mhm.
I don't really feel like it's a something that you could really explain. Like you just know. You know what I mean? Like when I'm around her, I like everything out. You know what I'm saying? Like
cheeks out. You just
yes,
happy to be
every
around
time.
her.
I act like a kid. I
Mhm.
act like a kid around me. You know what I'm saying? We make little noises. Like little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you can't really find that nowhere. Like
Right.
some of these females out here, bro, they masculine, they macho. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, chill, relax. Like she a feminine girl. Like the first time we had a situation,
Mhm.
she started crying, and then I'm just like, then I realized, then I calmed down. Yo, just relax.
Yeah, it
And
took
I
you
caught-
out your vibe.
Yeah, it caught me. I'm like, damn, like she really like tapped into her femininity. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good because it's like the nurturing vibe starts to come into play.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it just feels good to have somebody who wants you and shows it every single day. You know what I mean? It's just evident. You just gotta match energy every single time.
Everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore Me, TikTok Bubbles Galore Me as well, and on my website at bubblesgalorem3.com. See you guys soon.
What you were saying, you still got your pops in your life?
Yeah. he around. He around. You know what I'm saying? He's there.
Bro, this is vibes, bro. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? We ain't gonna let that slide.
All right, so my dad is physically there, if that makes sense.
Okay. Just emotionally not there.
Yeah. Like I said, Caribbean parents are just
They're
they're
different.
just untapped when it comes to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They look at it as you're just complaining or
Mm.
what the case may be. So he's there, you know what I mean? He's not the best person in the world. I still love him to death. You know what I mean? But we just have our differences. We normally don't see eye to eye, what the case may be like. And I just be having to tell him about him. So as I got older, when I was younger, I used to choose him over my mom.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I started to notice his ways.
What's a memorable moment? One of the most memorable moments you got with your dad?
I remember when I used to live on 126th Street in Queens.
Okay.
And if y'all from Queens, y'all already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because he said
Kim,
it, and I was just like,
yeah,
yup.
Yeah, Kim. Y'all know what Kim Chinese food store is at, right there next to the Domino's, right across the street from, I think it's not St. Teresa, St. Anthony's, I believe, right there. Yup, in the post office. So 126th Street, sitting on his lap, and he had me driving his van. I remember that joint, and he had his foot on the gas, and he's making it seem like I was driving. And he's like, "Don't go too fast, don't go too fast." I'm like, "Oh, I remember that John like it was yesterday. You know, like we don't really got that much of good memory, so like I could instantly pull up a good memory with me and him.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, we always get questions from people.
Facts.
So Dominique wants to know, do you feel the pressure to conform to traditional masculine stereotypes, and how does it affect your mental well-being?
Hell no. I do not care. I don't care if, bro, they be on the gram talking about, men who know how to make hookah is sassy. I do not
I haven't seen
Bro,
that.
I do not care. I'm going to blow this hookah smoke in the
New York is
screen
low.
every time.
If you're in New York and you're a Dominican, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Que lo que. Nah, but for real, like I know how to do everything. I know how to grill.
Yeah.
I know how to change a tire. I know how to do all those specific things that women say men don't know how to do nowadays.
Right.
So when you talking about men sassy for blow, bro, I'm gonna blow this hookah because I could fix your tire. You do can't. That's why you talking like that.
Right now, speaking of this lady right here and you, so
Right.
I feel like now everybody wants this male stereotype, right? And if you're in our age, you can only be talking about your grandfather and your parent, which were 60s,
Yeah, that's facts.
and 80s and below.
Right.
Those men were different. The circumstances
The
are
circumstances
different.
are totally different.
But he had to wear a suit to come to your house.
Yeah,
We're not
right.
doing that. We're not doing that in 95 degrees.
That's facts.
No.
With the hat on, with the
little joint
feather
on
on the
it.
hat.
No, so right now I feel like traditional men, they're still out here because that's just what they want to be, but there are different versions of men now.
Yeah.
Some men can be sassy, just like if you're a gay man or whatever, you can be sassy.
Right.
But when it's time to flip the switch, you're still a man.
Nah, real talk. Right.
Do you like traditional women?
And traditional women, you mean like come home, cook?
It's whatever your word is.
Nah,
traditional.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I just need a team player, bro. Like that's I don't, bro. Bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. A lot of people be living off of this social media shit, bro.
That's a fact.
I don't care about none of that.
As long as it work, right?
As long as it work. I need a team. I need teamwork. You don't feel like cooking? I'll cook. If I don't know how to make it, I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
DoorDash.
Like, bro, if you can't throw the garbage. I'm gonna take the garbage out.
Right.
In case you know what I'm saying? Like I'm off the kitchen floor. With in case you. I'll
It's
do
a
stuff like
team
that.
thing.
It's a team thing, bro. And it's like people be making it seem like, oh nah, you gotta do this. Oh, the man gotta do this. The man gotta do that. No, the hell he don't. Oh, the women gotta do this. Oh, no, the hell she don't. Figure out what y'all gotta do together to build generational wealth and just do it. Like, why y'all making everything so goddamn complicated, bro? Like,
because of the Instagrams, man.
That's because people don't have a mind of their own, bro.
Right.
Like, people are not self-aware. People are not realizing that, all of the stuff that I'm reading and I'm laughing with, and I think that, all right, cool, I'm laughing with this person, so that make me cool. So now I gotta live my life like that because that person accepts it. No, I don't care what he or she think. Like, this is my life. If I die, they forget about me tomorrow.
You were talking about your mental health earlier.
Right.
I see where you are in your life right now.
Yeah.
When did you break out and come into this? Oh, I don't really care what other people think of me, see me as long as I'm good, I'm straight.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit's free when you feel that.
It honestly took. Dang, I think it really it hit a switch in my head. What was it? Because it was definitely before I started working at this job.
Okay.
It had to be towards the end of summer of last year. End of summer of last year.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
So yeah, end of summer last year. I just hit a different mode. I think matter of fact, I'm lying to you. It was after House of Vibes.
Okay.
My first House of Vibes. And because I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of people who I thought would show up didn't show up. Friends, family, whoever. You know what I mean? And it was still a great event.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun. It was successful. People learned. I got a lot of feedback after. We grew. Right now, we had a second one this year, and it was even bigger. And I was like, yo, I don't need half the people I thought I needed.
You learn that,
bro. And it's like, and most of these people's opinions or critiques, I was taking to heart. I was taking personal. I'm like, bro, I'm him. Like,
I'm him.
You can't tell me nothing. And some people may not like it, but it's like my confidence shouldn't be offending your insecurities. You know what I'm saying? It's like
difference between confidence and cocky.
Well, I don't talk like this normally. This is probably the first time to hear me talk like this.
Talk.
I'm gonna be honest. So it's like for me, ultimately, it's like I'm gonna do what I gotta do regardless.
Right.
From where I came from going to school with 75 cents in my
Yeah,
pocket,
you remember this
$2 in my
shit.
pocket.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? When I had to walk in a puddle with high top Air Forces, when my socks got wet or whatnot, bro, to where I'm at now, bro, you can't tell me nothing. You
Mhm.
can't tell me nothing at all. Like I'm doing everything I'm doing now with no mommy or daddy money. Like I'm living. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm successful. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
To me, I'm successful.
matters though,
Right.
because I think everybody
Right.
looks at it from a financial gain
Yeah, I don't.
of what
Yeah,
success is.
nah.
You can have money and not
Right.
be successful. Dope boys got money.
Right. I'm successful, bro. I go back home. I go back home sometimes. Like I remember. It was. I think it was early 20. No, it was 2021. Was it 2021? Yeah, 2021.
Right.
I went back home. I went after my lease was up, and when I was living in Delaware still, my lease was up. I went back home for like maybe like about a week,
Mhm.
and they knew everything I was doing from my clothing
That
brand,
shit feel good,
other
don't it?
entrepreneur endeavors, and I'm like, it felt good, but I was
Felt
like, yo,
good.
y'all watching what's going on?
Yeah.
But that's when I realized like it don't matter where you at. Like if you doing something good, bro, they gonna see it.
Mhm.
And that's when I just kept going. I kept the fire rolling. You know what I mean? I just tried to decide to channel my energy everywhere else. When I got anxiety, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna try to figure out something to do. You know what I'm saying? To kind of heighten it down, and then I'm gonna relax.
The buzzword,
Mhm.
mental health.
Mhm.
I feel as though as kids, fuck yeah, we experience anxiety and
Right.
all of those things now. And I feel like now, yeah, mental health is real. But I feel like everybody uses that as like a crutch
Yes.
now.
Yes. They do.
Like, okay, mental health is real, but are you using that as a crutch or you really just a fucked up that did a fucked up thing?
Yes. See, with some people, bro, they have. So I, what I say is, you have some people who really have mental health
Right.
issues
100%.
who have fucked up coping ways. That it's not healthy. That's people you call toxic.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's I got this quote. To know and not fix is to really not care. So you know what you're doing is fucking somebody else up because more than likely they're probably communicating with you about it.
Mm.
And you're just not fixing it out at all. You know what I mean? So some people use it as a crutch or whatnot just to kind of get over or maybe on a job or
Right.
whatever the case may be. But for the most part, I think that people who do actually do messed up things, they might be mentally unstable or they might just be a fucked up person. But it takes time to really tell what type of person that really is.
Mm.
You know, so yeah.
Do you think women, we're going to say black women, but whoever this applies to,
Right.
do you feel like it's hard for men to come out and express, hey, I don't like this. Hey, I'm feeling this way. What you doing, I don't like.
Hell yes. Bro, women are so quick to call you insecure. You're insecure. Ugh. Because I'm setting a boundary.
That's what men go to because I'm setting a boundary. I'm
Like
insecure.
because I'm telling you something that I don't like my women to do. That's perfect. You can leave me. Like if that's the
Right.
case, but don't call me insecure. You know what I'm saying? So
Because you have boundaries you don't want me to fucking get.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So am I gonna call you insecure because you don't want me looking at asses on the timeline all the damn time? You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it's not. It's about self-respect. It's about respecting me. All right, cool. Well, don't do that thing because it's all about respecting me. But nah, it's insecure. So I think when it really comes down to communicating feelings, how I feel, men are more receptive to how women feel than women are receptive to men. And that plays a huge plague in the black community sometimes. Most people, I ain't even gonna lie, it's so sensitive. But like I feel like, things I notice this is as a mental
Go
health
ahead.
advocate, I look at relationships and all these things. It's like certain men are just too tired to deal with certain things. They don't want to keep communicating their issues because they don't
Oh,
see
I'm
any
not going to
change.
keep doing it.
I'm not going to keep doing it. So they leave, and then what most women do? Play the victim. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. Oh, what did you do? I didn't do nothing. I just tell him this. no, what did you really do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The man know what you
And
really
the
did.
man know what you really did. And that's another thing too. A lot of people won't go to the man and really ask the man what really happened. Because most men are really logical. They think logical. They're gonna
And
tell you
I think that's
everything.
our fault though.
It is.
Because we're so logical.
Yeah.
We're not how you feel.
Mhm.
I've said this and I can say I'm a victim of this. A woman or somebody I'm dealing with will tell me how they feel, right?
Right.
I hear you. But logically, it's X, Y, and Z. How you feel is valid, and I hate when they be like, "You're invalidating my feelings."
Right.
No, I'm just speaking to you logically.
Right.
That hey, this shit don't make sense.
Right.
Oh, it's making me sad. My mind is like, logically,
Right.
this don't make fucking sense.
Right.
So now I
And
even
you tell them that.
yes, because even I'm in a trick bag where I either gotta go throw my shit out the window and cater to your feelings, or I gotta stick with it and be like, no, bro, this is fucking dumb. I'm gonna tell you, it's dumb.
So I wouldn't do that.
I said I fucked up.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Accountability. Okay. Yeah, because it's like, bro, certain women, bro, like you have to make it to the way that it sounds good to them and it's going their way. But it's like you kind of.
But is that manipulation, though, brother?
Emotions are manipulation.
Oh,
bro, women like sometimes women are wrong. They cry to get you to do what? Conform to what they want you to do, right?
Conform. You gonna fucking conform.
Exactly.
You gonna conform.
Right? So it's like either way, like they use manipulation every day. It's like you got your own superpowers. You know what I'm saying? But just maneuver it. Like at the end of the day, you're doing it for both parties to win.
When you put your stuff aside.
That's it. Put your stuff aside. Just balance the scale a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Both parties win. Y'all both happy.
Yeah. Somebody might have lied a little bit, but
right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right. Right.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Right.
That's true. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nah, facts.
We all didn't hit that. Here we go again.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When she come to me, when my girl, she come to me now, like about stuff that she may be dealing with work,
Right,
or whatever the case may be. Like I try to listen as best as I can. You know what I mean? I give solutions.
That means I try to listen the best I can.
I give solutions or whatever. Because she be getting mad at me sometimes because I be scrolling on my phone while I listen to her.
You're not paying attention.
I do be paying attention. I could, but the only thing is she know when I'm not fully there. But I be listening though. I hear what she got going on.
Right.
But like when I listen to her, like I literally just I listen to her voice and I figure out what main parts really bother her the most.
Yeah. We can recite the main parts. Yeah.
And then I just let her know, like, all right, cool. So, like, what if you think this happened? Like, do you think this that would have changed it? I'm asking you questions because now I want to get everything out because I want to know how, like, what was your thought process in the moment? Like, if it went like this, how would you approach it? If it went like this, how would you approach it? All right, so what you about to do about it now? Like what we about to do type of thing. You know what I mean? And I just have her talk about it. You know what I mean? I just keep the conversation going. I ain't about to just be on some like, all right, it's gonna be okay. Because it's like she's still feeling some type of way about it. Like, had a conversation until she decides to change the conversation. All right, it's whatever. I'm done talking about it. How was your day? How was your day? It's like, how was your day? It's like, all right, bet. We in the clear.
You were talking about boundaries. Is there a such thing? I think his name was Jonah Hill. And he has set a boundary for his woman, saying, hey, I don't want you wearing this. I don't want you hanging out with this person, right? Now, if a person set their boundary, can there be too extreme of a boundary? Because I'm telling you what I don't like. It's no such thing of I'm wrong because I told you.
Yes, I think this may be too extreme. I think there might be some too extreme. So, for example, if you meet somebody in the club,
right,
you can't tell them, I don't ever want you in the club again. Like, think about it. That's where you met them at.
Okay.
So, you don't want them there anymore, but that was their lifestyle. That was their lifestyle before they met you. If they want to continue that lifestyle, that's all.
So your lady got the same exact lifestyle she had when she met you.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She was, bro. She don't do too much, bro.
Oh, this shit don't count.
But
then.
no. And what I mean by she don't do too much, I mean if she goes out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? She parties, she hang with her friends and all that. You know what I'm saying? But she is not the type of person where she's wearing revealing things and in the party, you know, shaking ass all out. No, she don't do that.
Bro, I got a question.
Mhm.
When do you allow your woman to dress sexy?
Whenever she wants to.
So she can go to the club and dress sexy.
I mean, yeah, throw something on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's
Okay.
Listen,
So you
bro,
cool with that?
I'm cool with it. Like, see, all right. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I was younger, I'll say like maybe high school.
Okay.
I was probably more on that. You know what I mean? Because my girl at the time, she
Yeah, you know how I go.
yeah. So at that time, I was more on that. But in all reality, I had to grow out of that because it's really like, bro, they didn't grow up to say I want to look like this. You know what I mean? Or I want my body to be shaped like this. Like, nah, like you look good. Like show it off. You know what I mean? And I think what really comes into play, what really men telling women what to wear, what not to wear, really comes down to dang, it was just on my head. Them trusting them. So sometimes, female, I'm gonna apologize. It might be a little insecurity, but in all reality, that it might be not trusting. You might think shorty a little too easy. You know what I'm saying? Or you might think that she look good, and a couple niggas might roll up on her, and now she, you know what I'm saying? You might be scared of that, but I think that was my fear too at the time. You know what I mean? Back in high school. With her now, I don't have any of that fear, bro.
For right now, this is a two-part. I want to see which one I want to hit you with first. I see a lot of women say men are accessible easily by sex, right?
Right.
Do you believe that is true? Because this is going to lead into the second part.
All right. So this is crazy because I actually did a research on this.
Okay.
So they basically said poor socioeconomic communities are more driven by sex.
Explain. I never heard this.
So, for example, they said basically a lot of people who are the low end, right, of the economy, they don't really have much to do. Think about it. The rich people, they find out they got business meetings. They got to go
shit to do.
They got to go there. They got to do this. They got to do that. They got to interview, right? They like sex really not on their mind. A majority of them is married.
Even if it is, they still got shit to do.
Majority of them traveling. Majority of them married. They got families now, right? Now people in low socioeconomic environments, you know, they go to their 9 to 5s, they come home, wake up tomorrow, go to their 9 to 5s, they come home. Saturday, hit the club, get drunk, come home. What else we got to do? Have sex. Right? So it's like I think and now also it's a mindset thing because not everybody in the low socioeconomic environments is driven by sex. You know what I mean? But I think that when you build up self-awareness, right, then you also gain confidence about yourself. You start to understand and value yourself on a different type of level, then you're not really much driven by sex. But we all came from low socioeconomic environments. So at some point in our lives, we was driven by sex.
Yeah, I never heard it like this before.
Yeah, bro. It's like I'm telling you, even as a mental health advocate, I don't got no license. I ain't verified. You know, therapist probably like, oh, why they got this dude on here talking about mental health? Bro, I just try to do my research to gain a different understanding than what I know. A lot of times, knowledge changes the course of everything.
Yeah, knowledge can change the course of a conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like you tell somebody, all right, cool. Well, you know, you do this to get your credit score up. You focus on this, watch this. After you do that, you could go apply for this loan, apply for that,
Right, you ain't getting no certs or nothing. You just have the knowledge.
You just got the knowledge. That's
the knowledge.
And you straight. You know what I mean? Like if let's say for example, if one of these top entrepreneurs right now that do podcasts, if they came down and hosted something in the Black community, some people might not come out. They might not have a plethora of people coming out. You know what I mean? But for those who do come out, I guarantee you might find 1 or 2 hungry people in that crowd who definitely gonna take everything you say and apply it.
That go off to what you were saying early before I double back with when you first started out with the House of Vibes and everything like that. You didn't have the biggest turnout.
No.
And I think a lot of people get hung up on, oh, damn, so-and-so ain't come.
Yeah.
I rented a venue for 300. Only
Right.
20 people came.
Right.
I think that now you don't know who that 1, 2, 3 person was that was in that crowd. You don't know who they know.
Yeah.
They can double back to you like, hey,
Yep.
I was at House of Vibes. Da 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 da.
Exactly.
And their audience is now going to come support you now.
Exactly. So it's I'm telling you, bro, like it's just crazy just to see growth. And when people see, because most of the times now, I'm gonna be honest, I think that, you know, up in the northern area, it's really like a dog eat dog world. It's like crabs in the bucket. You know what I'm saying?
You going up north?
Nobody want to see you do better than them. You know what I mean? And
because they succeed, they want to be where you are.
exactly. So I don't got no problem. I'll collab with you. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing House of Vibes. That's what it brought. You know what I'm saying? Now we basically collabing is there's just a sponsor from, we just basically use GVO's brand, sponsored House of Vibes.
Talking money.
And launched it. Yeah, we launched it. So now vendors come through. We're gonna bring our community out. You bring your community out, and now everybody mixing the communities together. Now we got the black dollar rolling, right? Everybody's happy. Everybody's making money. You know what I'm saying? We good. So it's like it just feels good, bro. And then this year we had our first partnership. We got this shout out to Zarena, right? It's a non-alcoholic mixer. Is well known in the Caribbean.
What?
Or whatnot. Yeah, they came.
What is a non-alcoholic mixer?
It's a non-alcoholic mixer. So basically, it's like juice. It's like juice, but you can mix it with any liquor whatsoever.
So is that?
So it's a mixer. So it's a mixer, just like this bottle, right?
And you got juice that can go exactly with it.
Yep. You mix it with juice. You make mocktails with it.
This shit sounds genius.
So we serve mocktails at this last House of Vibes. Yep. Serve mocktails, all that. It was good. They juice is fire. They had a drink. They had a drink called House of Vibes in there. That joint was fire. It was fire. Shout out to them though. They real dope, man. Shout out to Nigel. Yates, man. They're definitely doing their thing over there, man. I got to connect with my line brother. He works.
Listen, everybody been on frats. Hey, now.
I told you once I joined my frat and I got to SGA, man, my resources opened up. So, you know, I got that connection to my line brother, and then, you know, we just grew a relationship from that point. And, you know, it was up after that.
Speaking of some fire shits, right? Listen, if you have, I don't know which camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this on out, right? So listen, if you see the back, if you see the front, man, my girl Morgan Wright started her own children's book, man. She got for mental health, licensed therapist. Listen, for sensory deprivation, man. Listen, this woman has started her own brand. I was there probably a year and a half, 2 years ago when she brought this idea to me. And she was like, Marcus, I want to do this. And I'm like, shit, do it. And she started off with saying, I don't know how. I watched this woman go ahead, hustle these jars, hustle books, crayon, whatever she had out the trunk, right? She went and made this happen, man. And I just want to say, go ahead and support this young therapist, man. The right therapist is going to get you right. Sure. And listen, I don't even have to say it, right? This man did her first. And this is how I found out. So mental health in the community is strong, man. It's no longer you don't have the resources. Everybody has a phone. This device can make you money, can make you connections. It can get your mental health right, man. Check out the right therapist. And we going to go on back to you, brother. Listen, what would your younger self say to you right now?
What would I say to my younger self?
Yeah.
We're going to be good. We're going to be good. Because I be hearing people say sometimes like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell myself to go apply for that loan. Go, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be who I am today without
think about it that way.
You know what I'm saying? Most people just say I would have changed this, but you wouldn't be who you are right now.
You don't think about that part.
Yeah, it's like next thing you know, because you got yourself you know, you did something that you wanted to do, that you thought that would have been great for you,
right?
And that could have possibly turned you to a terrible person. You know what I mean? Because all your trials, your tribulations, your errors, your highs, your lows, that really builds you as a character. You know what I mean? People forget about that.
They always think, oh, I'm just going to add this to the life I got. You only got the life you got because you didn't choose that route.
Exactly. It's literally like think about all these rappers right now. Like bro, if you look at the rappers that they sign, they're only going for rappers who literally have no other way.
That's how you get fucked in these deals.
Yeah, you got out of jail. You ain't getting no 6-figure job. Well, you could get a 6-figure job, but you got to work your ass off.
Oh, yeah, Brian, there's
I
no
know you ain't
guarantees
gon-
that
yeah,
shit might
and
happen.
I know you ain't gonna do it. So
Mhm.
I know you're gonna make music. Make me some money, right? You even look at let's even talk about basketball,
Mhm.
right? And I look at this comparison all the time. You got Kentucky, you got Duke,
Right. Those are the
So-
tops, right?
So one of my high school teammates, he was a freshman. I think it was either my junior or senior year.
Mm.
Hami. So he went to Kentucky.
Mm.
Right. He played I think he's playing for the Pistons right. No, I think he's playing for the Pistons right
Shout out to you, Hobby.
now. Yeah, shout out to Hami.
Yeah.
Right. So and then you look at school Duke, right?
Mhm.
Hami from Left Rack. You know what I'm saying? We all from Queens. We ain't grow up with much. You know what I'm saying? We in the buildings, you know what I'm saying? Small apartments or whatnot. And then Kentucky took them. Then you got Duke, where it's like, oh, now we want the rich kids. We want Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want
the AAU kids.
Yeah, we want the AAU kids. We want the kids who got good backgrounds and all of those things, you know? So, yeah, man. So it's like, people got to understand, when you get a chance, you get an opportunity, sometimes is really because of your story, the grind that you had to put in. You know what I mean? And that's where you win.
Right now, with all the businesses that you got, right?
Mhm.
You were telling me outside that your baby, though, is what?
Is my clothing brand. Number one, for sure. Bro, and the reason why it's my baby, bro. I grew up wearing my brother's clothes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the flashy type to be sitting there wearing designer. Yeah, you may see me rock designer here, you might see me rock designer there or whatnot. But in all, if I could wear my clothing brand every day, bro, I'm wearing that.
I was thinking about this earlier today when I went and checked out your clothing brand. I was sitting here and I was like, yo, if you look at the high end brands, middle end, low end, they all have something in common.
Yeah.
They're all just clothing brands.
Seriously.
The value you put on it is the value you put on it.
Yo.
Because if you sold right now, right, your brand sold for, let's say you sell a t-shirt for $600. You're now a high-end clothing brand.
Facts.
What the fuck?
Bro.
It's only the price. Like, you could say that's dog shit. Slap a $500 ticket on it. That you got that shit on though.
Shit. It's crazy. Oh my God, I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Because it's like, I feel like nowadays people, I would say people are now kind of growing to investing more into black businesses. But like generally, bro, I feel like the black community don't kind of realize, like, when we invest into ourselves, like, that betters everything around us, bro. Like, you got Supreme, bro. Like, I was when I bought these white ups. It was on a GOAT, right? I seen these white ups. They was 90. I looked at the Supreme white ups. All they had was a Supreme logo on it. $110. $20 difference just for that on my sneaker. You look, you got gallery department. I'm not sure if they own it. I don't think they own it black. Right? So boom. I literally like the quality of these shirts. So these shirts that I dropped, I got in an acid wash. Same material, everything. Bro, I literally paid about $17 for that shirt. Just to buy it. The gallery and them, they selling that joint for like $500-$600. And I'm like,
we got the same fucking
bro.
shirts.
And I'm like, I see a lot of people, a lot of my friends rocking the shirt. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep promoting though. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't covering my jaw because y'all feel like it ain't lit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be like, oh, it's cool.
Us as black individuals don't understand, even though, the high-end fashion brands might not like the black community, might not like selling to black people. Rappers, athletes, black people that's getting tax income checks, refund checks. You're pushing this brand because if you just sold it to white people, what we push the culture. What y'all got on? Oh, all right, we gonna go go with that.
I be saying this all the time, bro. Like, I take like I think I seen Lil Durk walk for Amiri for the fashion show or whatnot, and I'm like, if any of these artists, I'm not even just Durk or whatnot, but like any of these artists decided that, all right, cool, I'm gonna take a black brand, I'm gonna take 2-3 black brands, and I'm gonna just blow it up. You know what I mean?
Overnight.
You know what I'm saying? you could forever be an ambassador for that brand. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do is could go
And
through
the
that
money
brand.
is going to
The
come.
money is gonna come. Now what you did was you built 3 big brands or whatnot that might have the same pricing. You know what I'm saying? Overall, because you want to keep the clientele and stuff
Yeah, of
like
course,
that.
business.
But all in all, it's the fact that you did something and now you're about to benefit from it as well. You get a whole contract with a black owned company. All right, cool. We gonna operate like this. Shoot, throw me 10%. Blah blah blah. You run the show. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta do what I gotta do for y'all or whatnot, bro. We would win. We would win 1,000%. And I look at artists like I'm trying to get artists like Rod Wave to wear my stuff. I'm trying to get a lot of these mental health art, like a lot of these artists speak about mental health in their music. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get them to start wearing our brand. Like I got Pinky Cole. She's the CEO of Slutty Vegan.
I know exactly what
Yep,
you're talking about.
I got her sweatshirt.
Talk your shit, then.
She went on live. She was like, "Listen, I'm doing a business tour. Send me your merch. This is my address. If I wear it, I'm gonna invite you out there." I ain't get the invite though, but
They flooded her shit.
she was wearing it, and she looked fire wearing that joint. And I was like, "Yeah, I got that joint pinned on my page, everything, everything." So when I went to ATL visit my shorty, I went to Slutty Vegan. I went there, bro, and they burgers slap. They slap.
They say, "Hey, this is
go crazy, bro." I got the dancehall queen. You know how to get that for home.
for your people.
For the people. That joint was fire, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Listen, how do people partner with you? Like how does that process work?
So most of the times with so when we speak about partnership or whatnot, more than likely the partnership will go towards like House of Vibes or whatnot, because that's really like our event business, you know. But clothing brand wise, if they want to do a collab or anything like that, they'll just hit me up. If the idea is like that, then it's cool. If we can match funds, then the idea is perfectly fine.
He said, if we can match, you see the wordage changed.
We can match funds, yeah. Because
he said we match wordage.
Yeah.
Shit,
because you think about it, because some people might come to the table and be like, all right, cool. Well, I got 2,000. I got 2,000 to put down. Well, I don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying, for the brand, but this is my idea or what the case may be. Then it's like, all right, cool. Well,
how valuable is this idea?
You know what I'm saying? That's one. And then 2, it's like, now if I purchase it, all its profit is mine. I can't give you no percentage because you ain't put no money down. Now, if we go in 50-50,
now we're talking different.
We could split the profit.
You're going off straight exposure. If I do it.
That's how I maneuver, and that's how I think most of all, because it's like both parties got to win. Somebody got to give something. If we both taking the risk of doing this, then that's perfectly fine. But if it's just me taking a risk, then more than likely,
hell no, I'm reaping all the awards.
Yeah, I'm taking everything. But all in all, like we've had brands hit us up to you know, collab and stuff like that. We just haven't followed through with it. We was going through like a rebranding at the end of 2021 or whatnot. So we wanted to actually get back out there first and go, because we had a different logo and everything beforehand, and I revamped because too much people had the teddy bear logo, and I'm like, bro, I'm tired of people.
Even Polo had the teddy bear.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of people hitting me up talking about, oh, my cousin got this logo. It looks similar. Bro, all right, cool. We just gonna make it my secondary logo. We just gonna make it a detailed logo on my clothes. So if you look on the sweatshirts that we got, the Vibe sweatshirts, I put the logo embroidered on the sleeve, solid color. So you can barely see it, but when most people see it, they get hyped up because he's like, oh my God, I love the video.
You wanna know a secret? And everybody asks me this, and you are the person I tell them why I can't do this. So everybody asks, hey, Vibes, why don't you have merch? And every time they ask me, I say one reason and one reason only. There is a person out here with an Instagram page that is called House of Vibes. And as you sat here, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, boom, I got a logo on my head. And you like, shit, I got the vibes on the sleeve. I'm like, I will never in my fucking life.
You could definitely do merch though. Like I feel like with the vibe, like I don't know if you did the 3 intentionally, but that's fire, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's so, I feel like it's so much that you could do with just that, with the mics, the logo, bro. It's a lot.
You see how the business mind?
Yeah, bro.
Like, he went straight to the business. I like the pivot.
Yeah,
it was easy.
It's easy. Like you literally could do like the mic right here. You could do like the vibes, and you could have like the 3 started up from the bottom of the mic.
Oh, we gonna talk.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
We gonna talk. I got the money to put up there.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get t-shirts. You get t-shirts. You get sweatpants. All that, bro. And I'll hit you with the plug and all that. Get it for the law, bro. I'm telling you, bro. My mind is
It's
it's
moving.
moving. Like
We'll smoke the weed after
I'm
this,
done.
bro.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Like I cut back. Like I said, I cut back on all of that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I was doing like beforehand, but I cut back on it a lot, and I'm moving into the direction of not doing it at all. You know what I mean? So I do it socially. So like if I'm
Oh,
hanging
like
out
a
with
social
friends,
drinker. Like,
yeah. So like if I go hang out with friends now,
Yeah,
or the
right,
case for me, I'll smoke,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what the
yeah,
case
yeah.
for me. But I try my best not to do it when I'm by myself now. Like
Mhm.
I take magnesium pills or whatnot to
Shout out
kind of
to-
calm
Yeah,
my
yeah,
anxiety
yeah,
down or
yeah.
whatnot. I used to really do it to go to sleep because that's when my anxiety
That's
be
when
the worst.
listen, the smoke and go to
Yeah.
sleep. You won't.
Yeah, but I used to wake up feeling so groggy.
But you're still high.
Exactly, and then I gotta go. I gotta go to work, and I gotta talk the kids up. Nah, I don't got time for that.
Mm.
So I take these sleeping gummies, and I just be knocking out. I take it because sometimes I like being up. I might be up at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Oh, that's a creative time.
Yeah, so I take my gummies maybe around 1 something when I'm done doing everything I gotta do, so my anxiety don't go crazy. And I just take those gummies and I knock right out.
Well, listen, before we get out of here, man, you spoke about the kids. You're a teacher.
Yes.
So we just skipped that.
Yeah, I'm an eighth grade science teacher.
Oh shit! How you become a science teacher, bro?
Man, look, I was working at Sally Mae at the bank. I said, yo, I need a new job.
Y'all know about Sally Mae.
Yeah, I hit my network. I was like, yo, listen, is your school hiring? They said, yeah. I started long-term subbing up here in Baltimore. I was at Windsor Mill Middle School as a long-term sub. It was cool. They liked me so much that they kept me with that class throughout the whole time as if I was as an official teacher. But of course, traveling from PG all the way up.
I'm about to say, boy, that drive far as hell.
Bro, it was 45
You going down
minutes.
295.
Exactly.
One
bro.
accident, you fucked over.
It's over, bro. It's over. So I got tired of it. So then I applied to KIP. Started working there.
Oh, you at KIP?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I love it there, man. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Like just the way that they are with how they take care of their staff. The students that are there. Students, you know what I'm saying? Like
Students are students.
Yeah, students are students. They bad, they talkative, got attitudes or whatnot, but they're at the age when all that stuff is coming out, and it's fun to see it because I was that kid at a point, and that was the time in my life where I was really struggling the most. So talking to them is like kind of like talking to myself.
Right, because you can understand, like, all right.
Exactly. So, just influencing, just being in a career that influences all other careers just makes me feel good. You know what I mean? And they all hooked on how Good Vibes, because I call it the Good Vibes Classroom. So,
oh, shit. Yeah. He said, I'm going to sponsor this shit.
I'm wailing.
Anywhere I go. Well, tell people, man, this has been dope as hell. You are exactly what I do my research on everybody. Nobody has ever said anything bad about you ever. I was like, so what's the bad shit? And they was like, it ain't none.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I try to do my best towards everybody. Like that's just me in general. I try to be genuine, even if like there's people who I could have like really had issues with, but bro, what's good, bro? How you been? Da da da. We may not be best buddies. We may not, sit there and bust it up, have a whole conversation. But I'm gonna greet you. I'm gonna let you know I see you or whatnot, And I think when people realize how I could have handled the situation, they realize that I handled it in a totally different way. Then that's when things come about, bro. I had so much lies to tell about me, bro. I don't got time to even jump into it. The lies gonna subside.
If they
lie,
when you happy with yourself, you don't like.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm glad you got that off.
Right, exactly, because the people I'm gonna really work with in the future ain't the people that you talking to right now about nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I live, man.
Well, where can people find you, man?
Yo, so y'all can find me on my personal Instagram at classifieds, CLASSIFIEDS _. You can follow my clothing brand, my baby, at GVOLOC _. You can follow the mental health community that's behind House of Vibes. That's behind Good Vibes at _House of the Vibes. And yeah. And then if y'all want to follow my photography pages in my bio on my personal page.
He said all that just to say link in my bio. Okay.
Yeah, link in my bio.
Listen, y'all gonna see all this man's pages. He got a lot. They're gonna be, you gonna see it right here. I'm gonna just put all three of them. They're gonna be right here. Sure. Follow this man. Listen, your kids might go to KIP. They might be in Vibes University Science. You never know.
I'm gonna get them right for sure. And I don't be just teaching them about science. Like before I start my class, I always talk to them. One, we do a quote of the day, right? No, we do a riddle of the day. So I get them hyped up and everything like that. Oh my God. Then we got a quote, right? Just have them start thinking, what does that quote mean to you? And then I actually tell them what the quote actually means, give them life lessons with the quotes before we actually start our lesson throughout the day. So
Well, listen, man. Anything that you got going on, I will sponsor, be a part of.
appreciate
He
that,
done
bro.
gave me a goddamn logo. We gonna make it
We're
happen.
gonna work for sure, bro.
Absolutely. I appreciate you for
sure.
coming
I
on,
appreciate
man.
you for having me,
Yeah, man.
For sure,
Yeah.
bro.
So
For
listen,
sure,
this has been another lovely episode of the
Yeah.
Vibes Podcast, man.
Love
All
it.
things major. Shout out to all the sponsors. Listen. Looking at you. Bubbles galore. Listen, the #1 soap lady in the DMV. That is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We got something coming. My guy behind this camera, Chaz Moody Media, got something coming. Can't say it yet, but we got something coming. So appreciate y'all for checking out this episode, man. Appreciate you, brother, for coming
Of course, man. I
all this
appreciate you.
way.
Come on, man.
And
Ain't
listen,
nothing.
check us on the next one, man. This has been another lovely episode of the
Sure.
Vibes Podcast, and we are out.
Peace. Yes, sir.
And you're not done. We got stuff to do.
All right, man. Let's do it.